Hi Gemini, these are your love messages for April 2022. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node in the sign of Gemini. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If this reading does resonate with you, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Let's dive right in. We will start with one card from the Romance Angels Oracle deck, just to ground the reading. Okay, we have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Okay, so we'll keep that there. So you could be in a romantic situation or connecting with someone in that way. And maybe there's some red flags coming up, or, you know, this reading could be maybe cautioning you. Like this could be your red flag. You know, sometimes when we're like infatuated with someone, or, you know, we meet someone and we don't really know too much about them, but we're attracted to them, sometimes we make excuses, or we don't want to see the see everything. We don't see everything as it appears. You know, I remember that quote, you know, when somebody shows you who you are, believe them. You know, don't make excuses for someone's poor behavior towards others or towards you. It could be, you know, in a situation where you might be going out on a date. Okay, I just turn them over. I usually don't do that, but you know, I saw the 10 of Swords. So we have the Chariot and 10 of Swords before I'm shuffling the deck. So it's like going towards a situation that might leave you feeling kind of like betrayed with the 10 of Swords. Let's see what this is all about. Okay, we have Ace of Swords, communication, 3 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, the World. Okay, you could be dealing, well, probably not, but you could be dealing with a Taurus. Just, you know, a lot of these cards are similar. I shuffle as best as I can, and, you know, sometimes the cards just pop out the way they want to pop out. Okay, so Gemini. Let's see what we have here. So this is for April 2022. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords, which, you know, signifies like a new communication. Perhaps you met someone online or through friends. You know, the communication is new. So you're just starting to get to know someone. So it was interesting that Taurus got the same 2 cards in the same location of the spread, the 3 of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So that's why I mentioned, you know, you could be dealing with a Taurus, maybe not, but, you know, in the sense of with these 2 cards next to each other, it's like, you know, the 3 of Pentacles signifies collaboration, you know, making plans with someone, coming to, you know, an agreement in regards to something. So while you're communicating with this new person, you could be planning dates or trying to figure out like, okay, like where do you want to meet, what time? So like that type of communication, that type of collaboration and planning. With the Queen of Wands, you know, in regards to the Taurus reading, I'm getting the same sense here that, you know, the Queen of Wands is tied to that sacral chakra energy, the color orange. This is also associated with Leo, but it's that feminine being in her creative energy, you know, that comes from that sacral chakra, that creative, like that Kundalini energy, that feminine divine energy that, you know, it's I don't want to say like seeking an outlet, but it could be like, you know, flirting or like anything with that sacral chakra energy connected to like the reproductory organs or sex, or connecting with someone in that way. So this is like, you know, that communication, planning, dates, and then you're like in that energy, that very sacral chakra, flirtatious, like sexual energy. But again, keep in mind, like, pay attention to the red flags. So that's what we're keeping in mind here with, you know, yeah, I'm seeing a little situation unfolding here with the, you know, I want to jump right to like the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Swords. You know, Ace of Wands is that like creative energy, that spark from the divine almost, like inspiration for a new idea coming almost out of nowhere, like, you know, that artist that like finally the writer's block has been lifted and they're inspired with new ideas. Another interpretation for this card that I've heard in, you know, tarot readings is that it's like that phallic symbol, like, hey, you know, so with the Eight of Swords, it's almost like you might feel like obligated to go through with, like, you know, somebody's presenting you their their wand, you know, under no circumstance like should you ever feel obligated to, you know, go forward if you don't feel comfortable. And it's almost like that warning, like whatever communication that you're having, it's fine to flirt, you know, but if this comes up and if it's like something you feel like, okay, maybe I don't know, like owe it to the person, or I said something which maybe it led them on, because you know, Gemini, you like to communicate, you like to flirt, you like to have fun, you're open, but you're never in any way like obligated to like go through with something you don't feel comfortable doing. And again, like paying attention to the red flags, like maybe it's too soon, maybe it's too early, maybe it's not under the right circumstance, or you said like you want to take it slow. You know, backtracking a little bit, I'm kind of seeing that this energy with the Judgment card, this is a return. So somebody or something, a situation returning. So like it could be that there's like two separate people here. Like one energy, it's like you're flirting, with the World, it's like an ending to a cycle. But then with the Judgment, it's like somebody from the past is returning to you, offering this energy of like sex, you know, and maybe for whatever reason you're somehow connected to this person from the past that you feel like you can't escape them, like, you know, maybe you're like addicted to them in that way. But here with the Queen of Pentacles, it's, you know, you're being reminded to kind of be firm in your power, you know, like if you've set any boundaries or any like grounding energy that you've created since you've disconnected from this person in the past, you know, stick to that energy if that's what makes you feel comfortable. Yeah, I'm seeing like a couple of different stories pop up here, whether it's, you know, a person that you've been flirting with and then for whatever reason the cycle has ended and that communication has stopped for a little while and now it's picking back up, or it's like, you know, with the same person. That's one like timeline, one potential story that I'm seeing. Another is, you know, you're flirting with someone, everything's going great, but for whatever reason that cycle kind of dies out, and then another person from the past comes in and offers you like, you know, like when people kind of cycle through their exes, or think like, okay, because I've been with this person, like it's safe, or, you know, whatever reason you might feel obligated, you don't feel obligated, you know. And, you know, especially if it is like of that like sexual nature, like again, if you feel fine flirting, you know, talking is one thing, going through with it is another thing, and that could be the turn off, that could be the red flag for you, you know, that you're being kind of like guided by the universe, like, you know, pay attention to the red flags, the signs are cautioning you, especially if it's like the same person, if they're for whatever reason like not communicating for a little while and then coming back, you know, try to figure out like why did the communication stop, like what was going on, you know, unless you ended the communication, you know, and you have your own reasons. But like, you know, this back and forth energy, back and forth, like a cycle ending and then returning and then ending and returning, you know, that could also be a red flag. Like that's a sign of instability, you know, and maybe they're playing games. So just, yeah, try, like, stick with what, you know, you feel comfortable with, and, you know, stay in your power. So that's, you know, what you're being reminded to do here. Let's get 3 more cards from the Light Seers Tarot. You know, I'm also Gemini rising, so I'm curious, like, who's coming back now? I'm kind of done. Like, you know, with that energy, like, if it's done, like, it's done. Yeah, there could have been a third party situation. 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. There's a lot of 3s here, you know, so if 33 resonates with you in any way, that's like a power number. The number of ascension, the number of like high awareness with the indigo and crown chakra. But it also can signify, you know, third party situations. So again, that could be, you know, the reason for this like ending and then returning. And then the 5 of Cups, yeah, like somebody was focusing on loss, like rather than what they had. Yeah, so just being wary of, you know, whoever's coming and going. Try to figure out why they left in the first place. Like, why, you know, if you were ready for a commitment and they weren't, and they disappeared for a little while, like, try to find out what happened. You know, this 5 of Cups, yeah, like, there's 3 of Cups behind this figure that are, you know, full. So, you know, maybe this person was in a third party situation, or it could be that they had other responsibilities going on and they missed you, you know, for whatever reason they were focusing on the loss, so it caused them to return. But again, that in and out energy, it's not good. Like, that's not the type of energy that, you know, you want to be in if you want like a nice long-term commitment, if that's what you're looking for. So let's get one final card from the Divine Animals Oracle deck, just to close off the reading. No. Okay, I don't want to take any jumpers right now. My space is kind of small. I feel like once I start taking the jumpers, it'll never end. Okay, secrets, links, yeah, the number 2. So let me just quickly read the description from the book. Yeah, trying to find out, like, what's going on here. The magic. Okay, Link's magic can be utilized when you need to keep a secret or stop gossip. It is the perfect magic to weave when you are making a vow to yourself or another, a magic that is wild in its nature but focused in its intent. Ensure you are clear with your intentions up front. Okay, interesting, yeah, because especially if you are in this 8 of Swords energy, you know, for whatever reason, when this like Ace of Wands comes to you, presents itself to you, and you're in this 8 of Swords energy, like you almost feel kind of like, oh, like I don't really want to, but for whatever reason I feel obligated. You know, the Lynx energy is encouraging you to just like, you know, this Ace of Swords as well, like keep some things to yourself if you don't want to feel in a bind, like not to lead anyone on during this time, because you, for whatever reason, you might have to work on your boundaries. And yeah, coming into that Queen of Pentacles energy, you know, and keep the flirting light, because for whatever reason, this Ace of Wands, it's like gonna come towards you, and it might be a little bit of a red flag. All right, so Gemini, I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.